We're gearing up to go for another ride today, and today's video subject is going to be on the top 5 reasons a lot of motorcyclists don't make it home. And before we get into it, I'm not approaching this from a perspective of trying to scare you by any means. This is more of like, if we know the facts, there are steps we can take to get better and maybe change our riding habits or be aware of different things as we're riding that could potentially save lives. So that's where I'm coming from with this video. I do get to try out my new helmet. I did get a Harley-Davidson modular helmet. This is called the Capstone 3. But what I really liked was the Liberty design, they're calling it. It's my first modular, and I did a little test ride yesterday. I love it so far, just being able to flip it up and everything. I do like to start things off with some positivity. So we're gonna start with a positive comment, and then at the end of the video, I'm gonna bring in a negative comment from the comment section. If you comment down below, you could be featured on a best or worst. I believe in free speech and I don't delete anything. So this one comes from the Real Estate Biker. This is in response to a video I posted a couple days ago where I shared that I'm 1,000 days sober, and I'm really proud of that. Haven't really shared it much on the channel, but he comments and says, "Congratulations, man. I'm just over 600 days and haven't looked back. And I enjoy riding 1,000% more." So Real Estate Biker, thank you for your comment. Keep it going, man. I tell you what, I feel better. And one of the first things I did after I quit drinking, I bought the Street Glide behind me and decided to get back into YouTube. So I did want to share, I got lots of new t-shirt designs out that I'm really excited about. So this is my off-white color. You can see there's an American flag embedded in the Iron Coast logo. And then on the back, we've got the state of Florida with our guns. We love our guns here, and the flag. So got some cool designs out there. If you want to support the channel, that's a great way to do so. But I will shut up now. We're going to pull out the Road King and go for a ride. So let's do it.
So we have a top 5. The most prolific issue will be at the end with number 1. So we're going to start with number 5, and these are in order of statistics. So the number 5 statistic down to the number 1 statistic, and this is coming from the National, it's like Association of Highway Patrol and Insurance Claims, something like that. Number 5 is going to be losing control of the motorcycle. So this is one that's rider-based. It's something that you can control, and your skill set can really dictate. So it's good news, right? Some of these things are really avoidable. And I've got a statistic for you. 38% of motorcycle fatalities occur in single vehicle crashes. So basically by yourself. And in 2024, 2,125 riders died in single vehicle crashes, many involving running off the road and striking a fixed object like a tree, pole, or guardrail. Can't emphasize the importance of taking that safety class, the training, but beyond that, really honing your skills. You know, just a quick hitters, and I've done a couple videos on counter steering, but your bike tends to go where you're looking. So if you're getting intimidated by a turn, don't get fixated looking straight at what you want to avoid, because on a motorcycle, what you look at is what you tend to hit. So you always want to look where you want to go. And for some extra help, use counter steering, where you can turn the bars in the opposite direction. Again, when you're at speed, and your bike will turn the opposite way. It's kind of crazy, but try it out. Again, you have to be at speed. I'll give you an example. Right, so go about 40. If I push with my right arm, pull with my left, so basically turn the bars left, my bike goes right. and then vice versa. That's counter steering, simple as it is. So that one can be avoided, right? 38% are single vehicle. That's just us. So you're talking about a little more than a third, 1 in every 3 accidents can potentially be avoided. I think that's important to know. And number 4 is pretty fitting because I've got this new helmet. I have like a helmet obsession where I like to try them out. As I told you, in Florida, it gets hot as craziness. And I still want my head to be protected because I think that's like the most important thing. This is a non-helmet law state, so you don't technically need to wear a helmet. I know a lot of people choose to wear those half helmets, but what's nice about the modular, boom, pull up to the light and just have the ability to cool off a little bit. Shut it right back down again. This is the Harley Capstone 3. I think I bought it for about a little over 300 bucks from Wesley Chapel Harley-Davidson. And I have been looking for this color. It's the Liberty Sheen. They make bikes in it too. They're like, oh, you want a bike with your helmet? I'm like, yeah, the way my bank account is set up, I'm gonna go with a no. But a couple statistics on helmets. DOT approved helmets estimated to be 37% effective at preventing rider fatalities and 67% effective at preventing brain injuries. Guys, we need our brains, right? In states without helmet laws, 51% of riders killed in 2023 weren't wearing helmets, compared to only 10% in states that require helmets for all riders. It's hard to argue with that one. You only got one face, you only got one noggin, might as well keep it. And yeah, I know, I'm sitting here in a t-shirt. But, you know, you pick and choose, right? I've got gloves on. It's hot, so you do have to take those risks sometimes, or the calculated risks. I'm not going to sit here and ride in full leathers because I'm just not going to sweat to death, and I still want to enjoy riding. So I accept the risk of, yeah, hey, stuff could happen to my skin. I don't want it to happen, but, you know, it could. And number 3 is going to be alcohol, and go to a lot of these bike events like Daytona. I mean, there's a lot of guys and gals, they get on their bikes, get a little buzz thinking you're okay, and you're not. I mean, with Uber and all that nowadays, it just do it. Call on Uber. It's not worth it. I'm not going to get all preachy. Like, I made the decision to stop drinking 1,000 days ago, like I said. And if you're on the fence, I'm just telling you, like, it's worth a shot. At least, at minimum, don't drink and hop on your bike. It's not worth it. That's one of those things that we can avoid. And I think you've probably heard of someone killed by a drunk driver in your lifetime. And Daytona last year, I remember there was a guy, this big controversy with cycle drag, where he tried to stop the guy from getting on his bike. And the man got on his bike anyway, clearly intoxicated, and ended up killing himself in an accident. I think injuring others too, maybe even killing someone else. So alcohol is serious. 40% of riders killed in single vehicle accidents, so like by ourselves, 40% of those were alcohol related. That's a staggering number. About 28% of motorcycle operators involved in fatal crashes had a blood alcohol of 0.08 or higher. And coming in at number 2, we have speeding. This one's pretty self-explanatory, but also in the preventable category. You can control your speed on a bike. So with that said, you can avoid accidents. I was talking to a sales rep at the Harley dealership a couple weeks ago, and he said, hey, what's your style of riding? I was with my boy Kyle, Indian Kyle, and I was like, I cruise. He's like, oh, you know, you into performance? I said, I like it, but like, that's not my style of riding. I don't like to go crazy fast. And he was a little taken back by that, and I see it online all the time. People are talking about going triple digits on Harleys, and it's like, yo, I don't know. Maybe it's just my age, and like I went through the sport bike phase, but I don't really get a rush speeding. And I'm talking about like abnormally speeding, because like, yeah, you know, I'll rip it every now and then, but you don't need to be going 100 miles an hour on a freaking Harley Road King. So the numbers go, 37% of motorcycle riders involved in fatal crashes were speeding. Of those riders speeding, over half of them, slightly over half, were between the ages of 15 and 20 years old. Before we get into the number one cause of motorcycle fatalities, if you like my content, hit that like button, maybe consider subscribing, give me a little subby. I appreciate you for watching, and let me know what you think I may have missed, or that the number one reason is. We'll start off with a statistic. 42% of motorcycle fatalities involved more than one vehicle. And in those scenarios, the number one reason for motorcycle fatalities was a car in the opposite direction making a left-hand turn in front of a motorcycle. I actually did a video on this a couple of months ago called Lethal Lefts. I call them lethal left turns. So I'm in the left lane now, so just picture for a moment oncoming traffic, get rid of the divider, and there's a little break there where people coming the opposite direction can turn left onto a street. The most common cause is they say they don't see us. So yes, this is something that is often unavoidable. But if you see someone and you're cruising in this left lane and they're about to turn from that oncoming direction, just assume they don't see you. I'll give you an example. This silver car up here, you might not see it on the camera. Well, there's a 4Runner. I'm lucky I got cars in front of me. Make sure they see you. Anything you got to do. I had a really good friend last year, Fat and Furious 1. Rest in peace, my brother. Was killed by someone making an illegal U-turn. An elderly person didn't see him. He was traveling at speed over 50 miles per hour. They were making a U-turn. And it's like hitting a brick wall. So don't think for a second that drivers in cars see you. You've got to do your best to make yourself seen. So although that is accident-based, that is an uncontrollable for the most part, keep an eye out for it. Because I'll tell you, it scares the shit out of me when someone's making a left up ahead and they're creeping out a little bit. You kind of go through in your head like, where's my out? I'll call out Dan the fireman, who's great. It's like, kind of have an exit plan. All right, if he pulls out in a split second, what are you gonna do? If you're lucky enough to have time to react. So let me know what you think about the list. Again, I'm just trying to bring facts, bring awareness. I want everybody to ride, but in order to do so the right way, you always have to be aware of the risks out there. And number one being the lethal left turns, that's huge to me. That's something that we can directly look out for. Along with the others, like, you can control the controllables at least. And something else that's not even on the list, it's a good idea to give yourself some space. Like, you can't stop as fast as cars. I could go on and on, but that really completes the list. I have to stop at a gas station up ahead to get batteries for Hope. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet with the negative comment. Maybe put it up on screen and just do a voiceover.
You know, every now and then I get some funny comments from the sport bike riders. This one is from Nihu328. It says, the first thing you got to do as a Harley rider is to get your feelings hurt when passed by someone on a sports bike. This one, not super negative, right? It's all fun, but part of that whole stereotype. Listen, I don't care who passes me. if they're not cutting me off, ride your ride, man. You know, road rage ain't worth it. That's what I can promise you. So that's our negative comment of the day.
Thank you for watching. Please stay safe out there. Also have fun, but know the risk. And just keep a lookout for things. Assume everyone doesn't see you. If you do ride, remember, always keep that rubber side down. Y'all take care. Peace.